3, 2, 1. It is action. Hi, this is Joe the Masks.
I am Dylan.
And we're here to bring you part 2 of
If it's up.
Test of Honor. Whee! Whoops. Throwing things off. Anyways, basically we're going to be covering the rest of these cards. We've already gone through these ones in the last video. Now we're going to go through the injury cards, because it's a tiny deck. Arm injury. The samurai suffers a -1 to aim for the rest of the battle. Ouchies. Head injury. -1 to wits for the rest of the battle. Torso injury. -1 to strength for the rest of the battle. Arm injury. Leg injury. Have we covered leg injury?
Nope, no leg injury.
Okay, leg injury. Samurai suffers -1 agility for the rest of the battle. The other leg injury. So yeah, there's 2 of each in that one. Okay. Dishonor. The next time any warrior in your force makes a test of honor, he loses 1 die. Dun dun dun. For the once per battle. Same thing.
I think they're all the
Same
same
thing. Same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Same thing.
Maybe we should have checked that before starting.
Ah, well. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 dishonorable cards. Here you go, Dylan. They're all for you. You have dishonored me. Take the deck. Don't play with the deck. Oh, my back. Oh, why were backs and spines invented? They should all just be made of jelly. Okay. Bowman. He has a bow. And the stats. You know what they are. Aim, agility, strength, wits,
honor, and action.
Yeah. So Bowman, Loyal Bowman, which is a squad of 3 bowmen. So they're on the 3-man die.
Notice that their points cost is up at the top corner,
Yep.
and identifying whether they're commoner, samurai, or hero samurai.
Yep, these are still commoners. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Those are commoners. These cost 3 points. They're experienced bowmen. There's a slight difference. As you can see, experienced have better wit.
And
Loyal bowmen have better honor. That's really the difference. A wise samurai. As one wise samurai once told me, he costs 4 points. Devoted samurai. There is no difference between the wise and devoted samurai.
whatsoever.
Nope, none. Okay. A spearman. Freaking love spearmen. They're commoners. They cost 1 point. They stab things. Musket man. He's gonna shoot you in the face. It's gonna hurt. A lot. Experienced musket men. They are experienced at shooting you in the face. A lot.
I'd rather have the experience.
Are they loyal musket men? Oh, the banner bearer. This is early on. We were talking about that massive banner. Defend the flag. If the banner bearer is within 6 inches when a friendly commoner attempts to avoid an attack, add 1 to their die roll. That's nice. A sergeant. A surgeon general. He orders the charge. Basically, after the sergeant makes a move action, in addition, he can order a friendly commoner within 6 inches to charge as a free action. There must be a suitable target within range. In other words, you know, he can't do it to another samurai. It's like, hey, you samurai. It's like, what? Charge. It's like, no, I'm a higher rank than you. Well, fine then. Be that way. And it doesn't work.
Musicians.
Dun 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 dun.
Wrong era.
Dun dun dun. He could beat that with his drum.
Okay, we get the point.
If the musician is within 12 inches, when a friendly commoner checks for loss of nerve, add 1 die to the roll. Because the Imperial March is intimidating. You were going to say?
Oh, no, just that is actually a very nice thing to have.
Yes, it is. Morale is wonderful. Alright, Sergeant of Archery.
Ooh.
Concentrate fire. If the sergeant of archery is within 3 inches when a group of bowmen shoots, the group gains +1 die to the strike roll.
Very nice.
Actually, that is very nice. Put him right behind a nice thing.
Oh,
This is a bow, so that way you can give it to one of your samurai. Costs 2 points. Okay, same dot. Loyal spearmen, we've gone through them before. Experienced spearmen, we basically know the difference. A spearman. Loyal spearman again. The samurai hero. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 3. I think I said too many fives. Oh
yes.
well.
Way too many fives.
And then loyal musketmen. So basically, these two should be an exact mirror of each other, except for one's blue, one's red. So that way you can have 2 separate armies clashing and killing each other.
And honestly, I'm actually kind of thinking that while this is based more on a squad to platoon size, meaning it's in the rulebook it bases says it's meant for around 10 to 20 models. I honestly think that given enough time, models, that a mass battle would be entertaining.
I think a mass battle would actually be really fun, especially if we ever find cavalry cards. So you could add cavalry to it. We could add.
They have a cavalry expansion.
They do have a cavalry expansion. Awesome. So we'll probably be getting the cavalry expansion as well. If we get it in a box, we'll do an unboxing. If we get it in a bag, we'll do an unbagging. And so we're probably going to be getting cavalry. But yeah, I actually, this game so far, it looks really nice. The models look really nice. This is one of the easiest build sheets I've ever seen.
I do think it's funny though, because originally I found these sprues on the Warlord Games website in their pike and shot game. They never had a rulebook or anything like that for them, so I always wondered, are they a faction that they're getting rid of and stuff like that? So I was actually really excited to see that they used them in this game, because number one, cuts down on having to create model molds because they already have them and they're already beautiful.
Oh yeah, no, they're really nice looking models. We'll show the new models when we start to build them and get them ready. It's probably what I'm going to start to do tonight is build models because, dang, they're sexy.
Not in the fact it's a good distraction.
Oh, it's a very good distraction, and I'm in a bit of pain. I'm going to be doing mine off of the Sanada clan, basically that fought under Takeda Shingen. 1530 something.
And I am actually still undecided.
In between Date and Odo, or
yeah, in between Date and Oda.
Yeah, I think you should do Oda just so you can have Nobunaga. Because if you're going to do Nobunaga, we need to find one of those really fancy samurai warrior miniatures for him, so we can look like Odo Nobunaga.
Not to mention the fact of rifles and gunpowder.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
He brought to
Odo Nobunaga is the one who brought the rifles to it. Basically, he's the one that proved during the Sanada charge. Oh dang, I forgot the name of the battle right now. It wasn't Sekigahara, because Sekigahara was years afterwards, years after Oda was dead. But yeah, dang, it was one of those massive battles. I think it may have been the first battle of Sekigahara. I'm not sure, but that's where he decimated the Takeda cavalry with his rifles. Because he had rotating riflemen. He had three rows of riflemen, one shooting, one getting ready, and one reloading. So it just continuous fire just shredded the Takeda cavalry as it charged in. And
which is actually an amazing thing, considering these early firearms are almost complete accuracy and effective past 50 yards.
Oh yeah, no, it was. These guys really had to have some balls, because those horses had to be getting into 50 yards. Because they weren't shooting out of their range. They were shooting in their range. So that means these horses were within a good half a football field of you, charging you, spearmen on top, screaming, and every time the Takeda had ever attacked, their cavalry had smashed even pikemen that had been pushed against them. And so the fact that these musketmen even held is kind of,
terrifying in its own right.
Yeah, it's kind of very much an applaud to those guys' courage. That they stood there and kept firing while this mass of invincible soldiers came down upon them. Like it was a very tribute to not only Nobunaga's strategical genius, but the way he could control and inspire his men to do his actions. Like it was really him that started the unification in Sekigahara, because on his death it was his second, Hideyoshi, that kind of finished his dream and put all of Japan under one ruler. But yeah, it's a nice area of history, and I think it's going to be really fun playing out that era of history with this game, and that's what I'm most excited about.
Considering the fact of being able to create certain battles, doing a campaign as your clan that you choose to represent.
Heck, it might even be fun down the road to getting the Japanese map, the old Japanese map with all the provinces, and doing a campaign of unification of Japan. If we can get enough people, each person picking like Takeda Shingen, Oda Nobunaga, Hideyoshi, Ieyasu Tokugawa, and all the major daimyos of the time, and doing a battle for the shogun. I think that would be kind of like really freaking awesome if we could get enough people interested into that.
The fact of this game this entire box only sells for about $50.
And that's 2 armies for $50.
Yeah, 2 starter armies for $50. Like all the cards you need, and each of these you can actually get just enough sprues. You can actually buy an individual army on your own that comes with 20 of the spearmen, 10 archers, and a 5-man sprue of samurai.
Also a fun thing
about $20.
that I can show. If you want to go ahead and grab my dice box right up there behind me, there's something I want to show you guys about their specialty dice. It's still, the specialty dice are very much worth it, besides being pretty. Nope, that's my cheater dice. That's my Las Vegas dice. Okay, here we go. Regular dice. And it's a good white one so you can see it clearly. So basically, you have your, miss there. Miss there. There's your 2 swords. There's your 1 sword because of the dash. There's your other sword because of the dash. And there's your cross. So if you can't get the specialty dice, you can still use your own dice to do it. See, there's 1 and then 2 blades. A cross and a blade. See, so you can still do it with your regular dice. Just the specialty dice are a lot nicer and easier. So that's another thing I like about this game, because I think it all was very well planned out. Anything else you've got on comments about the game? No? Okay, I think we basically covered it all.
That and the fact of, if you're interested, we're going to put a link towards their website and the Test of Honor page. Well, we're going to try to anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna try to put a link down at the bottom. Again, we're not being sponsored by Warlord Games.
We just really enjoy their products.
We just really enjoy their products. If Warlord Games wants to sponsor us, I won't stop them. But we are not sponsored by it. They do not pay us for these ads. This is entirely us just loving the game. Yeah. All right, and with that,
in effect, along with the generic armies, they're actually releasing specialized hero units that are named characters.
Yes, and that looks a lot of fun too. Like down the road, they might release a Sanada Yukimura, which would be really fun, or a Sanada Narani, or a Takeda Sensei, basically releasing the ones down there, like Oda Nobunaga. That would be really fun to release, the great evil bad guy of the Sengoku area. Depending on which story you read, because he's either the hero or the villain, he's never in between. But then again, he was the one that kicked off the Sengoku era, so kind of makes sense that he's always such a big figure in it. So, this is the second half of the video. You guys have yourself a wonderful night. Thank you for watching.